The holiday season is fast approaching. This is the time of year when you're going to want to spend a lot of time with your friends and family and as little time as possible working. However, this is also the time of year that is often the most busy and the most profitable for advertisers. That's why the AdWords community have put together a 12-point checklist for the holiday season.
Yes, so the 12th tip, we're starting going backwards, is historical reports. So this makes sure you're drumming up as much business as last year by comparing your previous performance. So check your reports for things like keywords. Was there a particular keyword that performed really well? In that case, let's increase your bids on this keyword for this year. Likewise, if you had keywords that didn't perform as well, you could decrease your bids on those. Was there a specific ad copy that worked really well? Consider reusing that this year. This also applies in terms of conversions. So check through your data. Did you have a particular day where you had quite a lot of performance? In which case, let's increase your budget for that day so you're capitalizing on that. And finally, if you ran a Google shopping campaign, what were maybe your 5 or 10 most successful products that year? Could you consider having an ad group specifically for those products and bidding accordingly?
Perfect. Tip number 11, industry competitors. When you're piping up with your message, you need to make sure that you're being heard. So how do we do this? You can actually benchmark yourself against your competitors by looking at a variety of different tools. A great one within AdWords is the Auction Insights Report. This tool will give you information such as how highly are you ranking against your competitors, how often are they showing when you're showing, or are they above you when you're showing. Another brilliant one within Google Analytics is the benchmarking report. Other people who are sharing industry trends will actually let you see how you're comparing to them. You can use this data to make sure that you're on top.
Okay, so our 10th tip is for new keywords. So this allows you to leap ahead of the competition this year and adding in seasonal keywords. So consider how people search and how people shop at this time of year and try adding keywords that will reflect that. So things like minute gifts, holiday menus, office party celebrations, party dresses, those kinds of things will really allow you to add diversity to your campaign and capture those kinds of users.
Perfect. Tip number 9, new ads. Dance your way to this holiday season by making sure you have ads that display the best messaging. A really good tip is to create all of these ads in advance, including the banner ads. You can keep them paused in your campaign, but you have them ready to go at the time you need them. Really good ad text is extremely important at this time and very useful call to actions. So things that we would consider to be really good, especially around this time for the holiday season, maybe free delivery within 3 days, or the all-important free gift wrapping.
So tip number 8 is automatic reports. Let's not forget that this time of year isn't just about making sales, it's also about relaxing and spending time with your friends and family. The last thing that you want to do while sipping eggnog is constantly checking your AdWords to make sure how things are going. Instead, you could use the automatic rules feature to allow an email to be sent to yourself or your team notifying you of specific things, such as a low ad position, or if you maybe fall below a certain amount of conversions that day. You can also use Google Analytics to send you a custom report of the top level information so you can review performance at a glance at the end of the day and not have it constantly interrupted.
Tip number 7 is automated rules. Automated rules go hand in hand with our automated reports that Ruth has already explained, and it's to lead you to a more easy time over the holiday season and let us do the hard work for you. So automated reports use settings and conditions that you can set up so that things can happen automatically in your account. For example, you might want an automated bid adjustment. Perhaps you want to automate an ad to turn on. Other good examples that I've seen are, perhaps if your bids are making it so that you're falling off the top of the first page, you can actually set an automated rule to boost them up so you can get yourself back up there all the time, trying to make a more enjoyable holiday season for you guys.
So tip number 6 is flexible bid strategies. So lay down the foundation for the best bidding strategy at this time of year with flexible bid strategies. These give you automated bidding exactly when, where, how you'd like it across multiple campaigns, or even within a single part of one campaign. You can apply these strategies according to your specific goals at this time of year. Do you want more visibility? Then maybe apply the target search page location. Do you want a certain amount of conversions within a target spend? Use a target per acquisition feature to allow you to achieve that. This takes all the work of manual bidding out of your day whilst allowing you to achieve those same amount of goals.
Tip number 5 is ad extensions. You are golden when you're using ad extensions, so let's make sure they're updated for the holiday season. We always talk about ad extensions here as they are likely to increase your quality score and your click-through rate. So let's make sure you have them in place for this time of year. For example, are you maybe staying open a bit later during the holiday season? Make sure you update the scheduling on your call extension to reflect this. Perhaps you're having special promotions or a sales page. Develop a site link that can get the consumers straight to that page, or maybe you are opening up in a new location, perhaps a shop. Make sure that you're making the most of location extensions here. And let's not forget about the newest form of ad extension, our callouts. You can add in a short, snappy text to really get the people onto your site during this holiday season when it's all important.
So our next tip, tip number 4, is data feeds. This allows you to make sure that you're calling out the right prices for your products at various times of the holiday season. You might find that you start off the season with normal price products, but then there will probably be pre-holiday sales, post-holiday sales, New Year's sales. Constantly make sure that your data feeds are updated with these correct products, and also make sure that if you're manually uploading your products, they're good to go with the right price and that price is reflected on any URL if necessary.
Tip number 3 is setting up seasonal campaigns. Make sure you're staying ahead of the competition by creating perhaps an entire campaign dedicated to the season. You can do this using seasonal keywords, seasonal ads, and even campaign start and end dates. Another great feature which you can use are countdown features. So perhaps you have 15 more days left to the holiday season. By adding in parameters into your ad text, you can actually show this without having to do the manual updates yourself.
So one of our last tips, tip number 2, is on credit cards. So check your form of payments on your AdWords settings. Are your credit cards about to expire? Ensure that they'll make it through the holiday period purely because it's so busy and important. It's also recommended that you have a backup form of payment there just in case anything was to go wrong. This ensures that your ads will keep running throughout this really crucial time of year.
And the last but not least tip is New Year planning. Don't forget about the new year. Although we all like to get caught up in the holiday season, don't forget that January 1st will be right around the corner. The holiday season stretches from November straight into January, so make sure that your campaigns are prepped and ready to go so that you start off the new year on the right foot.
So that's all from us, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in whilst we counted down our top 12 holiday tips. We wish you all a really happy and peaceful holidays and wish you a very successful advertising season.